All right, so here we go. It's Jay Aaron CBO with FightHype. I'm here with Devin Haney. Devin, how you been? Great. So listen, man, I'm gonna get right into it. You're probably in one of the hottest division, if not the hottest division in sports. We saw on Twitter the other day you and Kambosos going back and forth. What's your take on that fight? Are you in negotiations? Does it feel like it's something that's gonna happen?
It's pretty much at a standstill. At the end of the day, everything that they asked for, we given them, whether it was going to Australia, whether it was getting the vaccine. I just feel like it's going to be an even longer list of things that they want me to do because it's just a fight that they really don't want.
Right.
They say that they want to fight me, but in reality, it's something totally different after I fought. Before I fought, they said, "Oh yeah, this is the next fight. This, that."
Right.
Before he fought, he said if he won, he would be fighting me. But at the end of the day, he's not really honoring that.
So if you had to take a guess, and if he's not going to go the direction of you, he can't. At 135, there's nobody that he can really fight at this point that people will accept that's not at your level. So who do you think that maybe he would end up fighting, if not you?
If he doesn't fight me, then he'll fight Loma, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know what him and his team have in store. They got a little delusion between him and Lou DiBella, but we just got to see.
Were you shocked at all by the outcome of that fight between him and Tio?
No, I wasn't.
And then is that just based on some of your experience with Tio from back in the day?
I said before the fight, if you watch, I said before the fight that Tio didn't look right. He looked like he wasn't focused and that it could be an upset, and that's exactly what happened.
All right, so let's say that fight doesn't play out for you and you don't get that one. Where do you look to go next from that point? Like,
we just got to see what happens, because if he doesn't fight Loma, then obviously Loma's a fight I would entertain. I'll go up to 140. There's still big names there like Mikey Garcia. It's a lot of guys at 140 as well. So there's still a lot of chess moves on the chess table.
What do you think about Loma's performance against Comey?
Oh, I didn't even watch it.
Hey, man. So you know what? I'm gonna cut it short and sweet. I just really wanted to ask you about where you're at as far as negotiations and stuff like that. If there's anything you want to say to the fans, put it out there.
No, just thank you for all the support. Hopefully we can get this fight there for all the belts, fight that I want. I'm pushing for it. Me and my team, we want to make it happen. I want to show the world that I am the guy in the lightweight division, and I want to collect all the belts.
Do you see any? I'm gonna just ask you one more. Do you see any problems for Stevenson in this upcoming Valdez fight? Or you?
Nah, I think that Shakur, he's one of the guys that's going to look to take over boxing. I think that he's a good fighter. So he's a guy who I came up with since the amateurs, and of course I think that it's going to be a good fight because Oscar Valdez is a champion. He's somebody who's been at the top for a long time, but I just feel like Shakur got the skill set to beat him.
Who do you got for Taylor Serrano?
I think it's a 50-50 fight. I think it's a great fight. I'm happy that the women in boxing are getting their recognition. The boxing world, the media is covering their fights. They're getting paid like the men fighters because they deserve it. They go in there, they put their life on the line. They put in just as much work as us men. So I'm happy that this fight is happening, especially since it's an undisputed fight, and I look to become undisputed. So it's all motivation for me.
Somewhere down the road, if they say Devin Haney, Jake Paul, are you with that?
Jake Paul's fucking, what does he weigh?
180 pounds.
I'm chasing belts at this point in my career. George Kambosos is a fight that I want. Tank Davis, those are the type of fights that I want. I'm not Mikey Garcia, those type of fights are the fights that I want.
You're more focused on legacy now.
Jake Paul is doing what he's doing. He's not in my way, I'm not in his way.
Right.
At the end of the day, it's nothing but respect for him and what he's doing, but respect for everyone as well.
Hey man, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks a lot, bro.